This is one of the hardest egg dishes that you'll ever have to master.
A delicate and savory cheese soufflé.
Souffle is very hard, it's very technical, it's very challenging.
You have 3 eggs to work with.
You'll need all 3 yolks for the base and all 3 whites to make sure that it rises perfectly. So once again, you only have 1 chance to pull it off.
You have only 30 minutes to make your soufflé.
Some professional chefs take years to perfect the soufflé. I have only 30 minutes.
We want you to bring it to the front as soon as it's ready. Soufflés must be served and eaten immediately. So we need to judge yours at its highest peak.
If your soufflé does not rise, your dream will fall along with it. Now please head to your station.
I should be top 6. I earned my spot. I've competed every single day. Alice hasn't.
Everything is resting in that one soufflé.
Are you ready?
Yes, Chef.
Your time starts now!
Come on, guys.
Let's go, ladies.
Come on.
So many things can go wrong in a soufflé.
Every step is critical. They only have 3 eggs, and the first step is they have to separate them, the whites from the yolks. They cannot break those yolks and contaminate the egg white. Otherwise, those egg whites just won't whip.
There are many ways to separate an egg white from egg yolk. Miranda used her hand, and that's exactly what I would do. With 3 eggs, no mistakes, use your hand.
That's definitely a home-cooked mistake to use the eggshells to separate your whites from your yolks, because those eggshells are like tiny little teeth. They're very jagged.
A soufflé relies upon the whisked egg whites to rise that whole dish.
So if you don't whip your egg whites enough, it will be flat.
It's do or die, and I can't go home right now. I have too much riding on this, so this has to be perfect.
So I think what they should be doing next is starting to prepare their soufflé base. Measuring out their dry ingredients, getting a pan on the stove top, melting down some butter, adding the flour to that butter, making your base roux, and then slowly add the milk to that pan, whisking and stirring constantly.
I want to prove to the judges that they were not wrong in bringing me back and that I deserve a spot here.
Miranda's batter looks very silky and smooth. Unfortunately for Alice, her batter looks kind of lumpy, almost like scrambled egg.
What's probably happened there is she has added her egg yolks to her base flour and butter mixture when it was still too hot, and the egg yolks have started to cook, in essence, scrambling. Miranda is actually starting to whip her egg whites, I believe, by hand. Look, getting a little bit of volume.
I've whipped a lot of egg whites in my day. I know that I have to whip it to a medium stiff peak.
Nice job, Miranda.
Good job. Looks great.
Savory soufflés are even harder to make than sweet soufflés.
Especially a cheese soufflé for the simple reason cheese is very dense and heavy. That's why this is ultra tricky.
It's just not whipping.
Alice is trying to whip her whites, and they are not stiffening up.
These soufflés are going to take 12 to 15 minutes in order to achieve that beautiful height and that beautiful rise that we're looking for.
Oh my God, it's not whipping.
I don't know what happened, but I see yolk in my egg whites.
Did you get an egg yolk in there?
I did.
Her whites are contaminated. She has egg yolks in her whites.
Look, look, look. Miranda's soufflé is going in the oven.
Whip it by hand. Turn it off and whip it by hand.
Alice got yolk in her egg white. If I was in that position, I would really want someone to come help me.
Oh my God, look at this. Miranda's helping her.
Miranda is looking to help
My goodness.
her. I mean, this is...
It's classy.
Get violent.
One of these home cooks is going home, and Miranda is helping Alice. And she only has 3 minutes to get that soufflé in the oven, or it's
Actually, those
over.
whites are stiffening up much better than I thought.
My goodness. You have to admire both of these home cooks, you know. Miranda, on one hand, is trying to help Alice, and Alice refuses to throw the towel in.
Second chances do not come that easily, and I came back here to cook. I am not going to give up.
Once you take it out of the oven, within minutes, if not seconds, it will start to deflate.
Please, souffle. Please rise.
The thing with soufflés is you don't know if you did it right till the very end.
Alice, with soufflés, it can take a second, but it doesn't matter because in 1 second it won't be, and in the next second you have beautiful puffy goodness. Okay?
Thank you, Miranda.
Tell that soufflé to rise.
5 minutes. You have 5 minutes. You have to bring your souffle to the front.
If you think it's time, you take it out. You don't want it too brown, right?
Miranda's ready to take her souffle out.
Oh, my goodness.
That one on the right looks nice.
Flat
This
Flat
one?
one.
I'm ready, chef.
It's raised nicely. Great-looking souffle. Look at that. When it shakes like that, that just shows it is so light and fluffy. That's why they don't last for long.
No.
I can smell the cheesiness. Very rich and flavorful by the nose. It's time to taste.
Okay.
After 3 grueling cooks, you absolutely nailed this.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
Thank you, Chef Michael.
Miranda, your mother is incredibly proud of you right now.
Those were the best words I could ever hear after such a grueling day.
1 minute. You have 1 minute left. 1 minute.
My souffle actually rose.
Let's go, Alice. You can do this. Wow.
There you go, Alice. There you go.
Against all odds, Alice, look what you did. Is that better than you thought?
It could have been better, I think.
Not perfect, but it rose. Amazing. I don't know how you pulled this off. The flavor is quite nice. It's not perfect. What is perfect, though, is you did not give up. I did not make a mistake by asking you back.
Thank you, Chef.
Way to go, Alice.
I didn't give up. And even when worse came to worse, I still finished all my dishes.
This has been an unforgettable day in the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
Miranda, we applaud your character and your magnificent souffle. Please take off your apron and head up to the gallery.
I put my everything into this souffle. To just finally be told today that I nailed something. It was just such a great feeling. I know that my mom's always been my #1 supporter. All the more reason I have to win this.
Miranda has shown a lot of growth, and she's on a fast track to the top.
Alice, you displayed extraordinary grace and bravery. It was a delight to have you back in our kitchen, and I wish that we didn't have to say goodbye again quite so soon.